Welcome back, my spooky friends. Tonight we delve into the haunting grounds of deserted train yards. These places, with their rusted tracks and decaying carriages, whisper tales of bygone eras and the supernatural. We embark on a journey into 3 such train yards, each haunted by ghostly apparitions. So dim the lights, lock your doors, and huddle close if you dare, as we unravel these ghostly encounters. Our first stop is a forgotten train yard in Pennsylvania, overrun with weeds and thyme. This place, once bustling with the sounds of trains and passengers, now lies silent and eerie. Locals whisper of a ghostly conductor who roams the desolate tracks, a spectral figure from a bygone era, his lantern casting an eerie glow, cutting through the darkness like a knife. Witnesses describe him as a tall, gaunt figure in a tattered conductor's uniform, his eyes hollow and haunting. One chilling account comes from a group of teenagers who ventured into the yard one night, seeking thrills and adventure. They stumbled upon the ghostly conductor, his presence sending shivers down their spines. His lantern swaying gently in his hand, casting moving shadows that danced eerily on the ground. Frozen in fear, they watched as he pointed down the tracks with urgency, as if trying to convey a message. Then, he vanished into thin air, leaving them in stunned silence. The only thing that remained was the echo of his presence, a lingering sense of dread. Some say he's searching for something lost in the wreckage, a piece of his past that he cannot let go. Others believe he's warning trespassers, trying to protect them from a fate similar to his own. Imagine standing on that desolate platform, the air thick with the weight of history and sorrow, the wind whistling through broken windows, carrying with it the whispers of the past. Suddenly, you feel a cold spot beside you, a chill that seems to seep into your very bones. And there he is, the ghostly conductor, standing silently, his eyes fixed on you. His lantern casts long shadows, creating an almost hypnotic effect as they stretch and shrink. His eyes cold and piercing, they seem to look right through you, as if seeing into your soul. You lock eyes with the apparition, fear washing over you like a tidal wave, your heart pounding in your chest. Then, with a gust of wind and a low moan, he's gone, leaving you questioning what you just witnessed. Dare you visit this haunted train yard and face the ghostly conductor yourself? The choice is yours, but be warned, not everyone who enters leaves unchanged. Next, we travel to the sun-baked plains of Texas, where a lonely stretch of track is home to a spectral passenger. This desolate area, with its vast open spaces and relentless heat, seems an unlikely place for such a haunting tale. Locals tell of an old passenger train, abandoned and left to rot under the relentless sun. The train, once a symbol of progress and connection, now stands as a decaying relic of the past. Within its decaying shell lies a ghostly presence that draws the brave. The interior, filled with dust and the remnants of a bygone era, adds to the eerie atmosphere. Witnesses describe a young woman dressed in old-fashioned attire sitting by the window of one car. Her presence is both captivating and chilling, as if she is a part of the train itself. Her face is pale and drawn, her eyes hollow and filled with sadness. It's as if she carries the weight of untold stories and unfulfilled dreams. Some say she died on that train, others believe she's waiting for someone. The mystery of her existence adds to the allure and fear surrounding the train. One account comes from a railroad worker inspecting the abandoned track. His routine inspection turned into a spine-chilling encounter. He noticed the old train and approached, his footsteps echoing eerily. The silence of the surroundings made every sound more pronounced. Peering through a dusty window, he saw a figure sitting inside. The sight was so unexpected that he had to blink several times to believe his eyes. Alarmed, he circled the train, but the seat was empty. The figure had vanished as mysteriously as it had appeared. Shaken, he fled, the image of the spectral passenger seared into his memory. He would never forget the haunting eyes that seemed to follow him. The old train remains, a haunting reminder of hidden mysteries. It stands as a silent witness to the stories and secrets it holds. Imagine driving down a desolate Texas highway, spotting the abandoned train. The sight is both intriguing and unsettling, drawing you in with its silent call. Curiosity piqued, you approach, drawn to its decaying grandeur. The closer you get, the more you feel the weight of its history. You peer through a grimy window and see a figure in the shadows. The figure is barely visible, adding to the sense of mystery. It's a young woman, her dress faded and torn, her hair long and black. She seems out of place, a relic from another time. You circle the train, your heart pounding, but the seat is empty. The figure has disappeared, leaving you with a sense of unease. The spectral passenger has vanished, leaving you with more questions. The encounter is brief but unforgettable, a brush with the unknown. As you leave, you can't shake the feeling of being watched. The eerie atmosphere lingers, making you question what you just experienced. The spectral passenger, whether a lost soul or a figment of imagination, leaves an indelible mark on all who encounter her. Our final destination is the misty shores of Scotland, a land steeped in ancient legends and ghostly tales. Here the air is thick with mystery, and the fog rolls in from the sea like a shroud, concealing secrets that have lingered for centuries. Among these secrets is a coastal train yard, long abandoned and forgotten by time, yet it remains haunted by a phantom train. This spectral locomotive is said to appear without warning, a chilling reminder of a tragic past. This ghostly locomotive races through the night, its form barely visible through the dense fog. It moves with an eerie grace, as if it is not bound by the physical laws of our world. Its whistle, a haunting sound that echoes through the mist, sends shivers down the spine of anyone who hears it. The sound is both mournful and terrifying, a cry from the past that refuses to be silenced. Locals say it's the remnant of a train that plunged into the ocean during a violent storm many years ago. The tragedy claimed the lives of all aboard, and their spirits are said to be bound to the train, unable to find peace. The passengers and crew, unable to escape their fate, are bound to the train in death. Their ghostly figures are sometimes seen through the windows, their faces etched with eternal sorrow. Witnesses describe the phantom train as a terrifying sight. It appears suddenly out of the mist, a spectral vision that defies explanation. It emerges from the dense fog, its headlight a piercing beam that cuts through the darkness. The light is unnaturally bright, almost otherworldly, casting eerie shadows on the ground. The headlight is a beacon of dread, a signal that the phantom train is near. It moves with a purpose, as if it is searching for something or someone. The train flickers in and out of existence like a ghostly apparition. One moment it is there, solid and real, and the next it is gone, leaving only the memory of its presence. Composed of shadows and mist, the phantom train is an ethereal sight. It seems to be made of the very fog that surrounds it, a part of the landscape yet separate from it. The most terrifying aspect of the phantom train is its sound. It is a cacophony of noises that seem to come from another world. The roar of its engine is deafening, a sound that reverberates through the night. It is a sound that speaks of power and despair, a reminder of the train's tragic end. The screech of its wheels on the tracks is a bone-chilling sound, like nails on a chalkboard. It is a sound that seems to come from the depths of hell, a cry of anguish that cannot be ignored. And then there is the wail of its whistle, a sound unlike anything of this world. It is a mournful cry that echoes through the night, a sound that speaks of lost souls and unfulfilled destinies. One account comes from a fisherman mending his nets near the train yard. He was an old man, well acquainted with the legends of the area, but he never believed them until that fateful night. He heard a train approaching, the sound growing louder and more insistent. It was a sound he had not heard in decades, since the yard had been abandoned. Though the yard had been abandoned for decades, the sound was unmistakable. It was the sound of a train, but there were no trains scheduled to run on those tracks. A light emerged from the mist, a bright, ghostly light that seemed to come from nowhere. It was the headlight of the phantom train, cutting through the fog like a knife. The shimmering, ghostly train appeared before him, its form barely visible through the dense fog. It was a sight that defied explanation, a vision from another world. The phantom train roared past, its speed and power a testament to its otherworldly nature. It moved with a purpose, as if it was on a mission that only it understood. Its whistle pierced his soul, a sound that he would never forget. It was a sound that spoke of lost souls and unfulfilled destinies, a cry from the past that refused to be silenced. Then it vanished into the mist, leaving only the echo of its passing. The fisherman was left standing there, trembling and haunted by what he had seen and heard. The echo of the train's whistle lingered in the air, a haunting reminder of the It was a sound that would stay with him for the rest of his life. The phantom train continues to haunt the Scottish train yard, a spectral presence that refuses to be forgotten. It is a reminder of a tragic past, a ghostly echo of a time long gone. Imagine walking along the mist-shrouded coast, the wind whipping your hair, and the sound of the sea in your ears. The air is thick with the smell of salt and seaweed, a reminder of the ocean's power. The wind whips your hair, a constant reminder of the untamed nature of this place. It is a place where the past and present collide, where the line between the living and the dead is blurred. The abandoned train yard lies ahead, a dark silhouette against the sky. It is a place of mystery and danger, a place where the phantom train roams. You step onto the overgrown tracks, the vegetation crunching underfoot. The tracks are a reminder of a time when this place was alive with activity, a time long gone. The railway tracks are covered in vegetation, a sign of nature reclaiming what was once hers. It is a place of beauty and danger, a place where the past refuses to be forgotten. The smell of salt and seaweed fills the air, a reminder of the ocean's power. It is a smell that speaks of life and death, of the constant cycle of nature. Suddenly you hear a low, mournful whistle drawing closer. It is a sound that sends shivers down your spine, a sound that speaks of lost souls and unfulfilled destinies. Emerging from the mist is the phantom train, its headlight a beacon from hell. It moves with a purpose, as if it is searching for something or someone. Its headlight is a beacon from hell, a light that cuts through the darkness. The train thunders past, its speed and power a testament to its otherworldly nature. Its ghostly passengers stare out from the windows, their faces pale and gaunt. They are the lost souls, bound to the train in death, unable to find peace. Then, it's gone, vanishing into the mist as suddenly as it appeared. The air is thick with the echo of its passing, a haunting reminder of the encounter. You are left trembling on the tracks, haunted by the encounter. The phantom train is a reminder of the past, a ghostly echo that refuses to be silenced. Thank you for joining us on this eerie journey through deserted train yards. We've explored the ghostly conductor, the spectral passenger, and the phantom train. If you enjoyed these stories, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more chilling tales. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified of new content. Until next time, sleep tight and remember the most terrifying stories linger long after the train has left the station.